Howdy, everyone, and welcome back to Royville Reads. My name is Stefan. I have a holiday one for you. You will realize why I am wearing this hat in just a second. I just got done reading L. Frank Baum's The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, and I really like this book. I have always been a fan of the holiday. My mother has always been a fan of the holiday. She was into Christmas, into gift giving. I'm thinking she was into Santa Claus, or at least being Santa Claus. The Christmas time, the holiday time, has always had a special place in my heart. And so when I figured that this book existed, I thought I'd pick it up. I've always been a fan of L. Frank Baum. I am a longtime fan of his The Wizard of Oz and all of his books. I have a 3-volume like Barnes and Noble set around here somewhere. But that being said, this edition I got through Amazon. It was like their print on demand because I guess this book is very hard to find. Just so you're aware, if you get this edition, first of all, check to make sure that it is printed correctly because my original one was not. However, Amazon was very gracious. All I had to do was send a couple pictures and I got a replacement copy. However, you can tell it's print on demand. It's probably print on demand from like the Gutenberg Library or something because there are no page numbers anywhere in the book. And the only breakup of the chapters, let me see if I can find, there we go, is just at the top of the page, the number of the chapter and its name, and then you're off to the races. So I don't know exactly how big this book is. I'm assuming it's a little over 150 pages, but I am not sure at all. But the best of the classics. So maybe this is considered a classic. I'm not sure. But it is really well written and I enjoyed it immensely. It is a different take on Santa Claus than kind of the Christian Santa Claus, or if you take into like the Odin style Santa Claus, Saint Nick style Santa Claus. Basically, there was a child left in a forest, the Burzee forest, when it was a baby. It was adopted by a wood nymph, and it grew up, decided that it wanted to be a friend to all the children. It was, I can't remember his original, Claus was his original, No Claus or Not Claus or something like that was his original name. But the book basically goes through from roughly his birth, being found by the nymphs, up until his supposed passing. I don't want to give too much away to the end. But the book kind of goes through little, like it's set into 3 different eras of Santa Claus's life. His youth, his manhood, so his adulthood, his manhood, and then old age. And each one of those goes through how he changes, how he does what he does, why he decides to do certain things, why he makes toys for the kids, why he has reindeer, why he's kind of portly and ho-ho-ho-y. And yeah, it's very fun. It made me it kind of made me nostalgic for Christmas. There's not, I will say, if I have one critique, I am an action adventure guy. And there wasn't a lot of action in this book. There's a large battle, a huge conflict that lasts, I think, 3 pages. There's something also that happens at the end that's a conflict that I think is wrapped up in like a page. Most of it is just Santa Claus's life and how he comes to be what he is. And if you like magic, if you like wonder, you'll definitely like this book. I think this is a good book to give children imagination. Santa Claus meets he meets wood nymphs and goblins and fairies and immortal axemen, like caretakers of the world, and he interacts with those on a daily basis throughout the book. And it's just a little like hints of wonder and magic that are strewn sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly through this book that made me really, really love the story. And it's not that long. Like I said, it might be a little over 150 pages, I think. So it's a very quick read. I read it in 2 days. I probably could have read it in a day if I was so inclined. I think this might be a really fun book for adults that have children. Well, I enjoyed it and I'm an adult, so adults can read this book, but I think it would be really, really fun for children that know that Santa Claus is real to share this with their parents. Yeah, I think that would be great. And bring a little bit of that Santa Claus magic back into our modern lives. But that being said, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, however you get yourself through this cold winter time. And yeah, that's it. Happy Holidays. Keep reading.